Do you want to try loading it up?
Do you have the link? Or is it just...
I do need to send you a new link. Because I tried something new. Okay, try this one. Hey! We're live, right?
We're live.
What's the lag?
I would say like 5 seconds.
Yeah, not bad. All right. You okay? We're good here?
We're good, I think.
Can you actually raise the volume?
Yeah.
Just so I can...
You want to hear? Oh, shit.
Nice! This is cool.
Oh, it's
Okay, we can turn it off now. All right. Got the first hardware setup going.
Check.
Yeah. Let's do this. Is this your water?
Yeah, I got one for you.
Okay, thank you. Cool. I also want to make sure we don't run out of battery, and I don't have. I may have forgotten to bring a USB-C. Whoops, that's okay. Okay, let's start with a quick intro, and then we can also give a quick tour of our hackathon setup too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, we are live. This is Hackathon 2026 Q1 March. This hackathon is going to be all about AI and specifically Claude, learning everything we can about Claude. My name is Alan. I am the founder of For Now Marketing. We are a tech consultancy, specifically a marketing tech consultancy. We have our coach Yi. I have one coach for one player, so it's a one-to-one focus today. Do you want to give a quick intro?
Yeah, so I'm Yi. I'm a software engineer of, I think, like about 10 years now. I work at a gaming company here in Los Angeles. That's all I can say for now. But yeah, love AI and trying to demystify AI.
Yeah.
Bring people from 0 to 1 and then also 1 to 100. So
Yes.
with AI.
And I think this weekend is really about getting from 0 to 1. I would say I'm at like a 0.1, 0.2, maybe 0.3, but hopefully by the end of this, that we really get a good breadth of like AI knowledge across the board. And we also have 7 pillars for this hackathon, which I will explain in a second. But yeah, let's give them a quick tour of our setup. And also, we're going live so that we're not really gonna worry about like production, editing, but we're just gonna talk, be casual. So we have our setup, the iPad, the Mac Mini, Stream Deck will be a fun part for later. Got our laptop, dual monitors or portable monitors, and then he has his setup. And then we have a whiteboard because you always need a whiteboard, right? It's not the best whiteboard, but that's okay. We have an amazing view of the mountains in West Hollywood. We're watching ourselves going live here. Let's say hello real quick. And then in the 5-second delay, we got, and then our wives and our dogs are hanging out downstairs, so they'll come say hi later. Okay. All right. We have 2 viewers. Is it just the 2 of us?
Probably.
Oh, that's probably no.
It's private,
that's
right?
1. Oh no, it's Christine. Dingle Baby 22. Hello. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, how do we do this? If I wanted to actually show like our pillars, should I just take a video of the screen? Because I don't think I can like switch to like sharing our screen, right?
Maybe. Can you do picture to picture or something?
This is let's create highlight video, add stream marker, share, stream settings. First time going live on YouTube. So you have it pulled up on your screen?
I do.
Yeah, do you want to try pulling it up on the bigger screen? And then I'll just take a video of that.
Oh yeah, so cast it up here. Or like that.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Actually, that could work.
How does it look?
No, let's actually just do it here because
Oh,
I think I want to
here,
like
sure.
yeah. Okay, we can show them our screen. Oh, I can't wait for you to get on Rectangle. We're gonna be talking about software, hardware. Okay, so let's actually go over our 7 pillars.
It's glary.
Yeah.
There.
I can go like this. Here, do you want to actually hold the
Yeah.
camera then? And then just point to it? And then I will... Here, let's full screen this. And then... Oh, oh. Oh, okay. That's good?
How's it look?
It's decent. It works. Okay. Let's... How do I go back to the page that it was on? Can I go back here?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go over this page.
Oh, I see.
Because then we can like talk high level.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So here's the 7 pillars that we're going to be going over this weekend. Starting with foundations and philosophy. So learn the Claude suite, design a workflow system, define your AI human principles. Just AI in general, like obviously there's been a lot of improvements and just a lot of things happening in the AI world. Yi and I are always talking about AI, and there's just so much we could do, so much we could learn. But at the same time, we also talk about like, at what point do we rely on AI? At what point do we still, do the human input, the 20% human input, and then what is it? And then also just kind of in general, Claude Code, Claude Chat, Claude Cowork, the 3 models that it offers. What is a usage limit? Who should pay for which versions, and just kind of general knowledge of the Claude ecosystem, I guess. Anything to add there?
No, that sounds good so far.
Okay. Next thing is the hardware stack. So we just kind of showed you all the cool gadgets we have here. If you click this 3 times, it'll flip. Let's actually 3 times fast. Nice. So when we talk, we could actually set it down for a second. So Yi does a bunch of cool things. He's able to bring his iPad to a dog park and remote into his Mac Mini that's running at home. That's very cool. I brought my Mac Mini because I haven't figured out how to remote into it, and I don't know how to use my iPad besides just drawing things and taking notes sometimes. So how do we get the most out of the investments we made into our hardware technology? So we're actually gonna start with this one. I think I'm pretty excited for this one. People are like using their phones to remote into their laptops too these days. I don't know if I need to go that far, want to go that far. Maybe just look into it, but we'll start with that. I think I'm excited for that. So notice how my setup, I have all of these like extra tools and gadgets. Yi's is simple. He does have a monitor, but really his laptop can take him kind of all around the world, and he still has, you said as long as you're connected to your Mac Mini still plugged in at home, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
But then he also has like an auto login thing set up. So I'm like, okay, I want that set up too. So, okay. Number 3 is the software stack. So audit, document, price every tool end to end. So I run a tech consulting business. Software cost was not an issue when I was a solo independent consultant, but now we have a team of 5, and every time we buy new software, it's a 5x pricing situation.
Yes, it's really expensive.
And yeah, we pay $20 a month per user for Notion, $20 a month per user for Claude, and I'm very close to pushing that up to the 100, the max plan, which is 100 a month per user. We have Slack, that's pretty small. It's like $6.75 per user. We use this time tracking tool called Rise, so we know like where our energy and where our time is spent. There's also so many more that I just can't keep track of, but some of them connect to integrate with Claude better than others. So just kind of listing out like what our core tech stack is, what's really helpful for our day to day. We have we have shared accounts wherever possible too. So I have one Zapier account, and I just have a team email that everyone uses.
Yeah.
At some point, if we can, so everybody uses the same password that I told them to use for all of our shared accounts.
Yeah.
And it's also the password for like some of my accounts. So it's like, okay, we may need to get on one password or figure that part out.
Yeah.
It's almost like a subsection of software stack. So that's that. Let's go through the rest a little bit quicker. So connectors, MCPs, and integrations. I think that one was more about not just the softwares we're going to use, but actually let me try to pull up what that was about, because I remember thinking that one was I could maybe take it out, and then I was like I kept it for a reason. Do you remember what that one was about?
Yeah, this one, I can talk more about this one.
Yeah.
This one's like actually integrating all of your software into like one space for like AI. So connecting the brain to all of your tech stack actually. So this allows us to do like the automation for like the workflows you want, like how to connect like Gmail and Notion.
Yeah,
and how to connect Zapier to Claude to send something to an email or do something.
Right. So yeah, I think I remember the software stack, audit, and documentation. So I mean, this live session, this hackathon, you're a developer, you're 10 years into this craft, and you are so advanced in so many other ways. Me being a non-developer, but still pretty technical, but also remembering where I came from, where I used to be a math teacher, and I was like, I don't do technology, I don't need to know technology. And I started from scratch, like, what is Slack? I didn't know what Slack was at first. It was intimidating, and then Zapier was like a whole new world. So I'm kind of making the audience pretty wide for this weekend, where anybody who is interested in AI or technology can kind of watch this and hopefully like learn more about it. Even Christine, like my wife, was like, should I join this hackathon and watch the live? And like that would be perfect for someone who's really trying to get into like technology in general. So the software stack, we can explain what each of those things do. Even for me, as I talk about Zapier, like of course I think everybody knows Zapier. It's the automation tool that every company uses.
Yeah.
Do you use Zapier at work at all?
I do not actually.
Okay. Or does your company use Zapier in some departments?
I don't know, but there's like it's like a no-code automation thing. That's all. It's pretty much what I know.
It's been around for so long. It's very popular. It's like starting to get less popular because there's so many other automation tools getting created, or people are just making it themselves. I still use it quite a bit. But that's just like an example. Like, what is Notion? What is Obsidian? What is maybe even like why Claude over ChatGPT? Maybe that's out of scope. That's okay. And then so now going back to the connector, yes, how to actually connect everything. Make sure, like, would you say Claude is kind of like our motherboard, our like central operating system?
Yeah, it's like the brain.
Yeah.
So,
and then how to go into everything.
Yeah,
every single place. Okay. Moving on to workflows, knowledge management. So there is a personal aspect and a business aspect. We'll start with personal, and that way you and I can both kind of share like our personal workflows. Like, I don't know, maybe how you plan your travels coming up, or how I want to manage like finances, or even things like maybe like Christine at one point said, oh, I want to do this, or I want to try that. And like I had to remember, like write it down. I can like voice dump it into a Notion file, a Notion page. And then 3 months later, let's say her birthday's coming, I could be like, hey, what were all the things that Christine said she wanted over the last 6 months, for example? Like stuff like that, like little workflows where we can implement AI into every part of our lives. And just make it easier so we don't have to try to remember, write it down, like, and I might lose that piece of paper. I actually have a Notion page of like possible gift ideas for Christine. But it hasn't been updated in a while, because that's a friction where I have to like remember like what page was it in again?
Exactly.
So,
retrieval is really hard.
Exactly, yeah, retrieval. That concept I think is interesting. So anything like that for you? Any like personal example you want to throw in? Give us a sneak peek of one workflow.
Yeah, I mean, one of the workflows I've been working on is creating a second brain. So that just means that instead of me trying to like remember everything, which I'm very bad at, I have a very bad memory. I'm creating this
It's working too hard.
digital brain where I can dump information in and then ask it like what notes like did I create last week, or like, what's my recap of this month, like what was most important that I labeled as important, so that I don't have to, I can offload memory and storage, so I can think about current things now and then just not have to worry about that. So it's like that's something that's a hot topic in AI and a lot of like personal workflows, I think.
The idea of a second brain, was that always around? Like Obsidian second brain?
Yes, it's been around for a while. There's like methods like Zettelkasten, which is like
the German word.
It's very like specific to like how the guy who actually created it wrote a lot of papers within a year or something. It's like
like 80 books in a year or something.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's like, how did he do it? It's like, it's like his method was, it's kind of like a file cabinet where it's like he stores information in a specific way, and it's easily retrievable. So with tags and stuff, it's really complex, but it's not super complex, but it takes it's a onboarding onto it maybe a little hard, but with AI now, it's like there's that abstraction. You don't really need to know. You just tell AI to do it for you.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Like, it's always been an idea, but not a lot of people practice it. Now, like, the whole second brain thing is like everywhere. Like, everybody talks about it, and I think because of Claude, it's just gotten so much easier to create and manage.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's like the barrier is much lower now.
In Harry Potter, there's that Dumbledore's like pensieve. You remember that scene where he like takes a memory and like puts it in there? I think about that all the time, and that's like what I want to build, like Alan's pensieve. Like I think that's what that is. Your second brain is. Like,
that's
you get a chance to kind of offload things in your head, so your head is cleared up a little bit. Not so much like junk memories living in there or things you need to remember, but don't have the time to like write it down and store it where it needs to be. Like that's what this. That's one of the things we're hoping to build this weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
So, cool. Okay. And then before we move on, I mentioned business workflows. I also want to at least talk through, if we have time, like there's so many business workflows I want to like try to automate using AI too. AI and automation, I still believe are two very separate things, but AI has made automation a lot more like open and a lot more like stronger, I think.
So automation usually is very deterministic, right? You do A, B, C, and it's like
every day delete this.
Every day. It's very deterministic. Where AI comes in is like, now AI is like statistical. Like it doesn't have to know. If you need judgment, AI is good there to like remove that uncertainty, like some of the uncertainty. It's not 100%, but it's enough to be helpful. So it no longer has to be deterministic. It can be like, hey, go and like judge this and figure out if I need to do this now or later.
Exactly.
Which is like something that's really hard to do with like.
Which is still automation. But it is AI automation.
So it's like workflows where you need a human in the loop. You still need the human in the loop, but it's like AI can take a first stab and then you can just review it.
Maybe a better phrasing is simple automation and AI automation.
For now, let's stick with that.
Because there are still simple automations that I set up sometimes, like even using Zapier. Although I honestly can't think of it much anymore, because nowadays I'm kind of incorporating AI into every single one of those automations to be able to get beyond just like the deterministic, like you said. So but some business examples are, let's say I had a meeting with a new prospect. I had a meeting with a prospect yesterday. I still owe them a follow-up email about what we talked about, which I think I actually asked Claude to write the email, so it's in there. I just need to view it and approve it. Then I need to make a prospect page in my Notion database somewhere, and then mark them as like status 2, like call completed. And then I need to let my team know that I talked to a person who may contract us for this many dollars starting this date. And then if they answer me and say sounds great, let's move forward, then I need to send them a contract. Then I need to update the AI or the Notion status. So that's just like one aspect of the business. There's also like invoicing, and there's like new teammate onboarding, or like there's just so much. So, and yeah, this is the part I would love my team to watch. Hopefully my team gets a chance to watch this too. So, okay, without making it too long, collaboration within the organization, or even just like in build a system your whole team can adopt and scale. Even stuff like you built something, you're like, hey, check out this skill, and then you send it to me. How would you send it to me right now? If you built something, you want me to check it out.
Since I'm not in your org and I don't have like organization, it's actually like two different ways. First way is if you're in like a Claude organization plan, you can actually upload like plugins to like your org's repo in Claude, and then they can pull it down. But since I don't have that, I literally would just put it on GitHub and then share the link, and you can download that and put it in your folders.
So this goes back to like you being a developer and like you've been using GitHub every single day.
Yes.
I still don't know how to use GitHub. GitHub is, I would say, for 99% of people who are getting interested in tech, they're probably still not like all over GitHub quite yet.
Yeah, so GitHub is just version control. So when you create projects and like with anything, think of it like let's pretend we're actually just like photo editors, and we want to create a picture of that koi fish over there, for example. You can point it if you want.
Okay.
Like
koi fish. Let me see if I can figure out the zoom. Oh, no. So you click this.
Oh, fancy.
Koi fish.
Yeah, like each of the scales are like different colors. Pretend we're at this final stage and we're like, okay, we want the scales to be a certain color or a certain size, and then so what editors would do would be they create like a copy, right? And then they save that as like final-1 or something. Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, we want actually something else. We want a different color on the scales are different size, and then they create it, and again, it's a final-2. And then they're like, okay, no, actually, we actually don't like this one, but like the previous one. How do you go back? They would just literally choose that old file, final-1. So in code, you kind of have the same concept where code changes a lot, and code is just text, right? So it's really easy to save text into like just simple files.
Yeah.
And then do something called version control, which is the same concept of final-1, final-2 or something, but that can stack not infinitely, but to a certain point, but enough where local storage can really handle that really well. So if you ever want to revert to a certain point in your code because something broke or something, you can always go back to your final-1, final-2. So that's like the concept is like having snapshots of your code, and then being able to point to it at any point at any time, whatever you pushed into your repo.
Yeah, which I think honestly you see that everywhere too, even in a Google Doc. If you look at like version history,
exactly,
you can go back to what it looked like on March 23rd at 9:40 p.m. You can see all the update histories. So I think more than we realize, we actually deal with version control pretty much like in a lot of places. But I actually want to go back to the collaboration part. So let's make it even, because once again, I want to think about the wider audience, right? Like let's say I wrote a skill for Christine for her to do her, I don't know, she wants to look for shows that are happening in LA, and I wrote a skill for Claude that can help her find it. I wrote it on my laptop.
Yeah.
How do I get it to send it to her laptop so she can pull it up on her Claude? Is the idea like we all just need to learn GitHub at this point in time, or is there kind of an easier transfer process? Can I just email her this markdown file?
Yeah,
can I text it to her?
You can do any, like it's literally just a text file.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's it's called a markdown file.
Yeah.
Where it's just special formatting, but it's literally text saying, here's what I am, here's what I'm gonna do, here's the steps how to do it, here's the connectors you need to use, whatever. So you could literally copy and paste the text to her. So any other way, you can email, text, drag and drop, airdrop, even. But usually, that isn't scalable. So what if you guys have like 30 files? Like if you iterated, 30 times on it, do you want to keep copying and pasting it?
Right.
Like that's where like GitHub comes in. That's like one centralized place where it's like you can see version history. You can tell her to pick the 5th version or specific, like it's called like a SHA, which is like the commit ID. That's like a unique ID.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't. But for like initially, you could just do a text transfer.
Yeah.
Any way you can transfer text is a way you can send it.
Let me get Puri. Hi, Puri. I still think Google Drive is pretty popular.
Yeah, it's
like
very
a shared Google Drive, or not popular, but like very powerful. Like
Yes.
you can actually accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, if you're not technical, Google Drive, Dropbox, all valid and fair.
Yeah.
We have a first guest. Of the
First guest, our daughter, Puri. Puri, what do you want? Are you hungry? Come say hi. Cool. And then that kind of also ties with like our philosophy too. Like the question I asked, like, do we all just need to learn GitHub at today's point in time because knowledge share is becoming so popular? How do we, like, am I about to teach my parents how to use GitHub? Probably not.
No.
How do I even teach my parents to use Claude? Is that the first step? Like, how do we make it accessible to everybody? That's something we'll discuss more, I think.
Yes, we'll discuss more. I think for the scope of today, Google Drive is enough for your team.
Yeah. Okay. And then last thing is community and content. So go live, record, leave with the content plan. So pretty much just wanted to share like what we're doing. Actually, a lot of our second guest, Finn. Finny boy. Who let the dogs out? How did they get up here? A lot of our friends are interested in the hardware stack setup too. Like even like our friends that were here yesterday, they were like, I told them to bring their Mac Mini. They were like, why? I was like, he's gonna teach us how to like remote into the Mac Mini. So
yeah, so you can leave it at home. You don't. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
We can go into hardware later, but the reason why Mac Minis are so valuable is the hardware inside makes it like really like low power too.
Yeah.
So you can always leave it on and like not have significant draw as if you're having like a gigantic desktop.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll share kind of what we learned, and then that's the content part. So this is our first part. Let's be two ready to be featured. Special feature. We wanted to actually go down and say hi.
You would not know. We're just laying on the couch.
Hey, it's a special guest. Look, it's live on TV.
Dang. Well,
Okay.
turn our
Okay, we'll wrap up this first video. Let's watch it, and then let's get into the hardware setup. And I think I'm gonna be like showing you like setting things up for us. So
that's
we'll
it.
jump into the hardware side. Okay, cool. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong button. End live